Welcome to the kitchen and the start of this mini-series where we're going to be making pasta. So in this video we'll be making the pasta using a really simple, easy recipe. Then in the future videos we'll be rolling, we'll be shaping, and we'll be plating some fantastic, some beautiful, some delicious dishes. Let's get on with making the pasta. For every egg that we're going to use, we've got 100 grams of plain flour. So I've got 2 eggs, that's 200 grams of plain flour. And broadly speaking, that'll make enough pasta for 2 portions. Alongside that, we're going to have around about 5 millilitres of olive oil, so that's around about a teaspoon, and a little pinch of salt as well. So I've got a nice clean surface here. So what I'll start off by doing is just tipping my flour onto the surface. And you could, if you want, do this all in a bowl if you want. And what we'll do is, using a fork, I'll just create a well in the centre of the flour. So this is where we're going to crack our eggs and to begin the mixing. So make sure that the walls around the flour are all good and proper, so that when we crack the eggs in, we shouldn't get any leakage around the edge. So we'll crack the eggs in. That's 1 egg, and that's 2 eggs. Oops. And with our fork, if we don't throw it across the kitchen, we can just begin to whisk the eggs. And once the eggs have combined a bit, we can take our olive oil, and we'll just add a teaspoon of olive oil, around about 5 millilitres. That's all we need. Move the oil to one side, and we'll take a pinch of salt as well, so that can go in. And what we do is, as we're beating the egg, we'll start to incorporate the flour from the edge, and it will slowly start to come together as a dough. And as you beat in more of the flour, you can gradually begin to add more of the flour. So as we go around, making sure that whilst it's still quite liquid in the centre, we don't compromise the barrier that we've got around the edge. We want to try and stay as clean as we can as we're doing this. And we can see that it starts to become a bit thicker. And the thicker it gets, the faster we can start to pull some of that flour in. As I said, you could do this in a bowl if you don't want to do it on the work surface, or you could also do it in a stand mixer. But it's a lot more therapeutic to do it by hand like this, and you get that sense of achievement at the end that it's something that you've made by hand. It's your pasta. So we can see now that the egg in the centre has started to really take on that flour. It's become much more pasty now. So we'll keep going with the fork for just another minute or so. And at this stage here, I'm going to take the fork, I'm just going to clean it with my fingers, put the fork to one side, and we'll start using our hands to bring it together and to knead the dough. So you will find that to begin with it's quite shaggy, and feels like it's going to be quite dirty on the fingers. But as you bring it together, that'll all start to clean up, and with any luck we should end up with quite clean hands towards the end, because we're going to be kneading this for a good 6 or 8 minutes to bring it all together and to make it so that it's nice and smooth. So we can see now that it's started to really come together. It's a kind of dough that you can actually hold now, but if you pull it apart, it's still really wet in the centre and still quite sticky, and that's because we've still got all of this flour that's on the surface, and we're going to gradually incorporate this into the dough. What you may find is that depending on the flour that you've got, you may need slightly more moisture, or you might need to add a little more flour if it becomes too wet. So that's just a case of either having a bit of cold water on the side to just put a teaspoon of cold water in if it seems like it's way too dry, or if it's still too wet, then having a bowl of flour on the side, just to be able to sprinkle a bit of flour into the dough. But I think we should be pretty good with this. So now it's really come together as a single ball of dough. We can just knead it on the worktop, and it will slowly incorporate this flour that's still left. We may find at the end that there's still some left over, but that's absolutely fine. And then as you're kneading and the flour is incorporating, if you feel that it's starting to feel a little bit tacky, then you can just bring some of that spare flour in on itself and keep going. So if I just stop there and show you, we're probably about halfway through with it now, so it's come together, but as we stretch the dough, we can see that it starts to just kind of break up a bit. It's not staying together as a single dough yet. So like stretching it, you can see it starts to tear rather than stretch. So we'll keep going for probably another 4 or 5 minutes. And I can feel in my hands now that the dough feels much more elastic. It feels a bit like plasticine or Play-Doh. Now let's see how we're doing. Yep, so we can see now, if I bring the dough up here, it's much more smooth as we pull it, and it stretches more rather than tears. So I'm happy now that we've kneaded this enough. So we'll get some cling film and we'll wrap it up, and this can sit and rest in the fridge for half an hour. So what that does is it allows the dough to relax. So if you think we've just given it a really good heavy workout for the last 8 minutes or so, so now it needs a bit of chill time on its own to just relax, and at that point there it will then be ready to roll, which we'll do in the next video.